Hey guys, welcome back. I hope you are ready to be punched in your eyeballs with some amazing brights, shall we call them neons from Color Club. They're right in between just brights and neons. They're not like actually neons, but you guys, they are so bright and just so good. This is the So Lit collection from Color Club, and I almost didn't pick this collection up because I ceased to be able to find these polishes for like the $3.25 that I think I was finding them for online, and so the last few collections I picked up I had to pay a little bit more for them, and then this time I had to purchase them for I think it was $6.50 a piece, and for me I think that's just too much for mainstream for just cream polishes, but you guys, these are really, really good. So I purchased them from Head to Toe Beauty, and all except for one. They have all 11. They have 11. Okay, this is a 12 polish collection, you guys, and Color Club usually only does 7. There are 12 polishes in this really catalog of pretty much neon brights from Color Club. And except for one was missing, so I had to order that from transdesign.com for like $8.50, which is just like, ugh. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna get into the live application of all these polishes. Like I was saying, I wasn't actually gonna pick them up because I was like, oh man, where's the good deal on these polishes? But it was requested by you guys, so here we go, and boy am I glad I picked them up. I love them. Love them. So let's get started. I want to tell you what is on my lips as always. Something else I'm in love with is this. Why didn't I wear it earlier? It kind of just sat in my bin. You know, you guys know for Swatchfest I have this bin that I pull polishes from for Swatchfest that I haven't tried or used yet, and I just pick up randomly. I try not to pick up too many lipsticks because they go bad, unlike polishes, but this had just been sitting there completely unused. And this is Maybelline Mauve Mania. I don't know if this is in a newer collection or anything, or if I just picked this up randomly in a bargain bin. Anyway, this is a beautiful rosy mauve. So let's get going. So this collection is heavily based in certain colors of the rainbow. We have 5 polishes that are reddish, orangish, pinkish. Not a ton pink. I'd say mostly reds and oranges there. 5 of them. But they're all different, you guys. And then we have 2 yellows, we have 3 greens, and 2 blues. But the blues are kind of greens too. So you could say there are, what did I say? 4 greens. No, 5 greens. 5 greens. We could say there are 5 greens. Oh my goodness, you guys. Alright, so I'm going to start with the reds, and I'm going to kind of go through the number order. One of the yellows has a weird number. It's like totally out of sequence, but I'm just going to stick it in by the other yellow. I wore this shirt, by the way, for solidarity in keeping with this awesome, bright, corally red thing we've got going on. Okay, so let's start out with the first 2 polishes. So I just want to show you these side by side so you can see they are very different. These are the darkest reds we have here. I would say this top one is the only one you could really call red. That's the one we're going to start with. It's the only one that's like a real red without any orange thrown in. Okay, so first up we have Blaze, and it's what I have on my nails. You can get away with this in one coat, you guys. It's so good. So Color Club, like I always say in these videos, you guys, they're kind of hit or miss. Honestly, I didn't love the last 2 collections they put out at the end of 2016. But then they came out with a bang in 2017, like an actual figurative bang and like an actual real literal bang. So these are just killing it. You guys are going to see. They're going to kill it across the whole line. The formula here is so good. I'm going to show you 2 coats of everything just to keep consistency like I always do. Some of these though, you're going to be like, oh wow, I could get away with that at 1 coat. So I just love this. It's a cool toned red, but it's so just, it's powerful, it's fun, it's so summer. Love it. Alright, so already departing there from the straight up red, we have this definitely red orange, and it is so bright, you guys. Are your eyeballs burning? This is called Sweet as Sugarcane. You guys know that one of my favorite neon collections of all time is that Poptastic collection from Color Club that has that beautiful shimmer in it. It's from like 3 or 4 years back. I really love this collection. I don't think that you maybe need all of them because there are 12 polishes here. So you could definitely pick and choose of what, colors you like because they're all good. So anyway, what I was saying about this polish, this is Sweet as Sugarcane, and it's just a beautiful, really hot red orange, great 2-coat formula. All of the polishes, except for a few, basically have the same exact cream formula, 2-coat, good to go look, no problems with application, which I was just so happy about. When Color Club does these really pigmented polishes, have you guys noticed their really pigmented polishes are always great. It's when they try to do like these very light, like more meant to be very light, like ethereal polishes, that I feel like they run into a little bit of trouble. So I was so happy that these ones are really good. So this next polish is basically the same color as my shirt. This is called One Love, and it's just a really beautiful pinky coral, hot neon pink coral. It's just so bright. I mean, I'm gonna be kind of redundant here, you guys. These are incredibly bright polishes to be releasing. I think they dropped at the beginning of February. I've had them actually in my hands for a little while. Just been waiting to put out more spring colored things, but you guys have been begging for me to swatch these. So anyway, as you're seeing, this is beautiful at 2 coats. Again, the formula does not let you down. One Love is bright. You're gonna wanna put this on your toes and keep it on all summer, except for when you wanna put on the other polishes from this collection, actually, because I was just thinking I wanna put that red on, like right now. The next polish in the collection is Catch a Fire, and it's kind of similar to that coral, but as you can see, even when you put it up against my shirt here, it's departed because it's definitely more orangey. This is a kind of a cooler orange, though. It's not like straight up orange, which you will see here in a second, because they just kind of go through the rainbow and they just do little variations of shades, but nothing that's exactly like the other thing in the collection. So anyway, great at 2 coats. This is gonna perform pretty much the same as the rest of them, with a few exceptions, which we'll get to, but it's just so beautiful. So beautiful, so bright. If you guys have been in the winter doldrums and you've been like, where are my neon polishes? This collection is where it's at. It's literally so lit. This collection is so lit. You'd think by my excitedness for these polishes that I was getting paid to tell you this or something, you guys. No, nobody pays me to talk to them about polish. I just love polish this much. I buy the polish. I pay them so that I can talk to you about these polishes. Okay, so look at this beautiful, bright, like awesomely bright, a little bit darker than mac and cheese orange, fluorescent orange, oh, neon. Okay, this is called Jamaican Me Crazy. It's so beautiful. So beautiful, and I don't even really love orange that much, but just the sheer wonder of how bright and beautiful this polish is. As you are seeing here, it has the same gorgeous 2-coat formula as the others that we've looked at so far. So yep, this one is Jamaican Me Crazy. All right, so we are going to depart from the reds and the oranges, and we're going to move into the yellows. And we have 2 yellows here. As you can see, one is more of a sunshine yellow and one is more of like a laser lemon, almost lime kind of yellow at the bottom. You can see that difference, right? I can see it in the viewfinder that it looks different. Okay, these look really different on the nails. So first up, obviously, the kind of laser lemon one is the one that's more of a fluorescent, and the top one is just really, really bright. So these both kind of have the same formula. They weren't my favorite. They weren't like my least favorite by any means. Like, I wasn't like, oh, this is horrible. Like sometimes I am with like the OPI neon yellows. I don't care for them. So they have a little bit better opacity than that, but I feel like they're both 3-coaters. So that's where we depart from the whole 2-coater thing. But they're still both very beautiful, and I feel like you could wear them at 3 coats and you don't have to do a white base. You can if you want to. I hate white bases because I feel like they're just too many coats, you know what I mean? Okay, so let's talk about these polishes. So the first one is Rum Running, and this is the kind of whoa, I almost dropped it. The sunny kind of daisy yellow of the collection. This is really beautiful. You guys know I love yellow polishes. I was just like praying that these would be so good. But because they are so bright and not a ton of white in them, that's why they're not more opaque. So, you know, you have to kind of pick between the two. So, and anyway, like I said, they weren't my favorite, but I don't think that they're horrible. I would tell you if I thought they were horrible. All right, so the next yellow is kind of in the same boat. It's so pretty. It's so bright, you guys. Fluorescent, highlighter bright. So So this is called Yellin Yellow, and this is the one that the number is kind of like it's number 10 rather than the one that we just looked at. It was number 43. Anyway, I checked to see if this was a re-promoted shade, and it's not, it's new. So anyway, this applies pretty much the same as the other yellow. You probably need the 3, well, not probably, I definitely did 3 coats. I'm going to show you 3 here just because I feel like you really, really need it. I just don't like streaky yellows. It just kind of is a pet peeve. So anyway, it's really, really bright. If you don't already have a really great highlighter yellow, I wouldn't say that this is better than any of the rest of them, so you don't have to go out and get this. I prefer like more of a white base yellow, like the Virago Varnish Neon Yellow. That one is super hot. Oh, I don't know if you can get that anymore though. Anyway, you guys probably already have a favorite, like from Orly or something, but you know, so this is okay. Okay, let's look at these greens, and you guys, I'm pretty sure these last 5 are my favorite of the whole collection. They're all green, but they're all great. And I loved those really bright hot reds and oranges, and they really scream summer to me. But these greens are just killing me with how beautiful they are. And even the really bright neon ones are so beautiful. Okay, let's stop talking about it and let me show you. So the first one we're going to look at is called Wee Liming, and where the yellows I wasn't confident, like I wasn't really okay with their opacity fully, this one I was. It's so good, you guys. I'm going to show you 2 coats of this. It's so beautiful. I don't know what the difference is in just going from a yellow to a green. It's like just there's enough color saturation in there that it just totally changes it. I love this so much. It's beautiful. It's so bright. I think I may have one other polish in my collection that looks like this, but it's an indie. This is really, really cool, you guys. So you're looking at 2 coats of this, and it's out of this world. All right, so this next one is just as good, but totally different. This is much more green, not as much yellow in it. This is called Trees Please. But I mean, the color, that's so cool. The color is so cool. But the formula is so good at just 2 coats. Again, I think you're really just gonna love how these apply. They're so easy, no problems here. So I really loved Trees Please, and this is the part in the collection where I had already swatched what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is the 9th one, and I was like hyperventilating, and I was like, how can these all be so good? What? All right, this next polish, I love it so much. Look at that color. It's so beautiful. It's kind of like the Essie that they released this year in their spring collection, but it has a little bit more blue in it, and it's like brighter, brighter. So this one is called Pon the Reggae, and it's just so beautiful. It applies just like the others. I'm going to show you 2 coats here. It's so nice and easy and smooth. And I have to say that these all do kind of dry dull. This is kind of late in the collection for me to be telling you that, but you probably already noticed it. But I have put top coat on everything because I just think it really just helps the polish out a little bit. I mean, they're not dull, but they're not matte. They're just kind of like flat, you know? Anyway, so this is Pon the Reggae, and this color is just this green with just a little bit of blue in it, just a tiny bit. I love it so much. So next up we have this beautiful mid-tone turquoise to teal kind of shade, whichever one you want to pick. This is called Mad About Marley, and are you kidding me, you guys? This color is so beautiful. It's so bright. This is great at 2 coats, just like the rest of them. I will say though, this is the one that tried to stain me. It was like, I'm gonna play you. I'm so beautiful, so you're just gonna like put up with the fact that I want to stain your nail a little bit. It wasn't so bad that I was like mad at this polish, but it was a little bit, you know, especially it wasn't like trying to kill my nail beds, but it's when it sticks to the skin around your nail that you're like, hey, come on there. So anyway, this is so beautiful though, so if you don't really mind that at all and you just love this color for how beautifully bright it is, I still do very much recommend it. The other thing about this polish is it had a slightly different formula. These last 2 that are the bluer polishes, well, this one's still very green, but it has a lot more blue in it. They kind of had a little bit sheerer formula, like a little bit more like acrylic, like almost going towards a jelly rather than the very like kind of thicker formula that the rest of these had. So I thought that was interesting. Not sure why they had to do that, but anyway, this is just, I mean, you guys have seen this, beautiful. Last up out of the collection, we have this beautiful, it's like a little bit more of a subdued blue with definitely still has some green in there. It's like, it's another turquoise shade, right? It's definitely a turquoise shade, but it's bright. This is called Montego Bae, and I mean, what a soothing, beautiful way to finish out this collection. It's like we were red hot in the fire, and then we're just like, oh, sitting on top of the bay. So this is, again, it has that same kind of formula where you could see the visible nail line at definitely one coat. You could probably get away with this at 2 coats, but these last 2, I was kind of on the fence on whether I should show you 3 coats. It's up to you. Anyway, I think this is beautiful, stunning, like I said, great way to finish out the collection. Alright you guys, so that was the whole review. Did you find this helpful? I hope that you did. Let me know in the comments below which one that you think you're going to be chasing after, or which one was your favorite one. Even if you're not going to buy them, if you're just an admirer, which one is your favorite. Like I said before, I'm really happy that I went ahead and splurged and picked up the whole thing. You don't have to be as crazy as me though, and pick up the whole one. I already told you my absolute favorite are the greens, but I really love this red, and I'd probably pick up like maybe one of the orangey coral polishes. But that's just me. So I don't want to be like, these are the best ones. You guys saw the formula, you know how they are. You know how they look is what I'm trying to say, and how they perform. So now you just basically pick which ones are your favorite and which ones you want to wear for this spring and summer. Are you guys already ready to wear neons in March? I know I've heard some of you guys saying that you are. You guys are letting me know in Swatchfest what you're wearing. I think that's it. That wraps it up. They just killed me with their quality in a really, really good way. I was like, please don't let me down. Alright you guys, so thanks for stopping by to spend some of your time with me today. If you aren't yet subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It just lets you know whenever I put out new content, especially if you hit that little bell, that's the notification, so to like ding your phone or whatever, just so that you know if I put out anything new that day. Let me know in the comment section below, you guys, if there are any new collections out that you really want reviewed, indie or mainstream. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye. Thank you for coming to spend some time with me today. I love you guys so much. Take care. Bye.